And this is where we welcome everybody back to the room on this today's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, February 18th. All compliments of friends at Nirvana Spa and Detox, Beacon Insurance, and Western Union. Thank you so much for powering up our ladies' room once again. And while we're on the topic of ladies' room, please, if you have not voted as yet for the ladies' room, and of course for I think news anchor and personality, whatever it is, I can't remember. But ladies' room up for 2 nominations at the Media Awards, and I'm up for 2 nominations: Radio Personality of the Year and News Anchor, some of the sort. So if you have not voted as yet, please do so. All right. You can use different platforms, but I think it's only one per vote. Yeah, it's only one device or something of that sort. But try, you never know. But if you have not as yet, you can always share the link to your family and friends so they can well, let me see if I can share it. Copy. Yeah, so you can share it with your family and friends, and they too can vote. All right. I truly appreciate all those who have Ramos, good morning. All those who have copy. All those who have voted already, all those who shared on my Facebook page and shared it to their platforms, what have you. Thank you so much. All right. Truly appreciate you. So the link is in the live. So I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Kizzy, yeah. You're good at rounding up votes. So help me share and get your 50, 100 people that usually view your stories to vote for me as well. Lisa, good morning. Hey, Marianne, good morning. Who else is here? Good morning, Jenilyn. Good morning, Nikisha. Blessed day. Sonia, good morning. Yeah, you're early. Morning, Lydia, James. Heard you guys are literally seeing white everywhere. Snow and more snow and just cold. Listen, I don't know how y'all do it, but hey. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Mohammed. Abdullah Latif. Is that how you pronounce it? Mohammed Abdullah Latif. So you have to say it as one word. All right. Terrence Wells. Good morning, my brother. Christopher Thomas Rayburn. Good morning. Who else is here? Lindy Ramos. Good morning. Ramos, you have to link me. I have to have something to bring on back the road. Morning, Kizzy. Are you good, sis? Hope you're feeling better. Claudine, Wendy Samuel. How you pronounce your name? Saya? Siaya? How you pronounce that? Something, I've never seen that name before. It's an unusual name. Something Duman. Siaya. How you pronounce your name? Break it up in, as you're saying in school, break it up in syllables. Hey, Nissy, Sharon, Kizzy, and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in. Michelle, Douglas, good morning. Errol, Valerie, morning, Diane, Jackie, Douglas, Adams. I have nothing to tell you, miss. What I had to tell you was yesterday and you were not here. So you snooze, you lose. All right? You snooze, you lose. Lisa Jones, good morning. Welcome to the show. Wendy, good morning. Petlin, Janelle. Smiley, belated birthday. Well, I did send it to you yesterday, but belated birthday. Hope you enjoyed your turn around the sun. Big up yourself, Nolan Alexander, aka the one and only DJ Smiley. Shah, good morning. Rosa, Della Fletcher, Belinda Foray, good morning. Cuz, good morning. Gabby, good morning. Ali, good morning. Keisha, Gabby, somebody told me yesterday they just sit patiently waiting for you to call. I'm like, so what happened to me? They're like, yeah, they're accustomed with me, but Gabby's a different kind of. They thought that I was like, just put it out there as it is, but they say Gabby beat me back. So they literally sit down waiting on your calls every morning, and they're in the office dying of laughter whatever you call, because you say what a lot of people think, but then they come here and want to be politically correct and seem as though, we go by the book, yada, yada, yada. But Gabby says it as it is, the way a lot of people think all the time. Keisha Charles, good morning. Mervyn Mark, good morning. JJ, who else is here? Leo, and the rest of you listening on 95.1, 95.3. Good morning to you. And if you're listening online, where's Madame Crony? Shanti, you tired, Crony? I guess as much. When you're on permanent vacation now, you don't need to get up before the birds and the bees, right? You can stay in bed all day. Must be nice. You got me looking forward to retirement. Trust and believe. That is how you retire, when you can actually enjoy it and you still got some fire under your feet to enjoy life. Not this kind of retirement where you work down to the last and you're practically 1 foot in the grave. You can't even climb a plane step. Speaking of plane step, I don't know how we're going to do this, but it looks as though I'm going to have to go under some sort of sedation or whatever, or sleeping pill or something to board a flight any the next time I have to. Because the aviation industry, I don't know what's going on, but we need somebody to get on it quick and fast. People already have this fear of flying. It's a chance that you take. And I always say to myself, the way we trust our pilots, but if we had trust in God and in ourselves that way, we would accomplish so much. Because we're literally climbing on this big iron bird made by man, driven by man, flown by man. Sometimes we only hear their voices. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they look like, but we strap in our seats comfortable. And as for me, the minute time I board a flight, wherever it is, and I buckle my seatbelt, my shades goes on, my earplugs go in, my pillow go behind my neck, and I'm off to sleep. The only time I get up, depending on what flight it is, if you're in whether business class or you're in some, where you know they're serving like good food, you make sure you keep an eye open when you're here, because they have a habit when they're sharing the food and they see you asleep, they're not even nudging you and asking you, hey, wake up for something to eat. They're passing you straight. So if you snooze, you lose. And by the time they make a turn and come back telling you everything done. But that incident yesterday again at Toronto Pearson Airport or whatever, that is scary. Imagine, and I may mention it earlier on, imagine sitting on a plane, crash landing, and bursting into flames. I don't know what would that be like? What would that? It's like literally seeing your life flashing before your eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just strapped in that seat, praying to God you get out of there. You're probably thinking of, okay, what you should have done, what you could have done, who you need to make it right with. Probably praying, you're saying a prayer to God. Well, for me, I probably passed out. I ain't sure if I'd had time to do all of that. I probably would pass out. But I can't begin to imagine what those folks felt like being in that airplane in that circumstance. Did they have any? I think I saw something about 8 people, but for the most part, let me just check again. Let me just check and see, because I want to give wrong information. Hold on. Let me just check for myself. I don't have my thing on. I can't see. Okay, I got it. Yeah, so there are no fatalities, according to Delta in a statement Monday evening. Both the airline and Toronto Airport Fire Chief Todd Atkin noted 18 people were injured in the crash and have been transported to area hospitals. So, thank God, no fatalities, but of course, a couple of injuries as expected. But it is scary, scary times. All you can do is when you board that plane, just go with God, say a prayer, and hope for the best. That's what it looks like, And I know a lot of people who are they're terrified when it comes to flying, and this right now must be wreaking havoc on them mentally. There's a lot of people who have not set foot on a plane ever in life for that same reason. But it's just scary. I'm not sure what's going on because we hear of all these incidents and then we don't really get okay what caused what, who, whatever. But it's just a little bit too frequent for comfort. It's almost like, and I saw someone saying yesterday, and they do have a point. It's like you're driving a car, right? You try your best to be safe. You try your best to do the right things, but there are still accidents. So it's like whether you're up in the sky or on the ground, I mean, accidents happen. But I rather take my chances on the ground. I'm sorry. I rather take my chances on the ground because I always say, right, okay, every time you board a plane, they give you to go through the safety procedures. You put on your life jacket, you pull down, and then you blow, and you do this. Life jackets are under the seat in front of you, and all of that. But I always say, okay, but what if it's not over water? What if it's like over trees, land? What is the use of a life jacket then? So maybe we're serious with all the inventions and everything that we do. I think the aviation industry and makers of plane, whoever, seriously need to step up in terms of something else other than just a life jacket. Maybe, what you call them thing you put on your back and they open, parachutes or something. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, you're scared. Do you even think about do you even remember the instructions? Like everybody around you screaming, everybody around you, and do you even remember to do all of that? I don't know. But hey, someone says, I think it's scarier getting behind the wheel in Grenada. Listen, if you can drive in Grenada, you can drive everywhere. Marlene says, oh, yes, I think I need a parachute on this. I think that's the only thing that will really make me feel some sort of, any sense of security. Because it's something I always ask myself. That's when you're in the plane, or when they tell you about putting on your life jacket and whatever. And for the most part, the majority of the flight is over water, so that's understandable. But what about places where it's not over water? So you need to have both for when traveling over water and traveling over land, because a life jacket does nothing to you if you're traveling over land. But it is scary. It is scary. But like I said, all we can do is keep the faith and continue to pray and trust in the pilots and those who build planes and the whole aviation industry. Just praying that this would be sorted out soon, and it'll be okay. I really hope, because I don't know. So someone says people who drive feel they have more control. When in an airplane, they don't. It's mind play. All right, Richie, he says people who drive feel they have more control. When in an airplane, they don't. It's a mind thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. But just praying that, we can get back to some sense of normalcy with this whole aviation thingy. Instant heart attack, I swear. Instant heart attack on my end. Jacqueline. No, I'm gonna do like what our great grandparents did. Take the boat and go take how many days before to reach your destination? Weeks before you reach where we're gonna reach, right? Your comments are moving so fast, guys. I can't read all of them at the same time. The worst part, we normally have our phone record because we are so happy we are landing. Imagine you caught all this on your phone. It's just crazy. Yeah. So we continue to keep folks in our prayers. And remember to ask for traveling mercies whenever you board your flights, to and from, it's important. And, that's when it's something that Caribbean people do a lot of. When you're on a flight and the plane lands safely, you always give a lusty round of applause to the pilots for landing safely and all of that. It's something that I've grown to appreciate because you take it for granted. You just say the way you go up, you're gonna come down safely, but now you have to you know take God with you. You literally have to carry God with you. But anyways, like I said, we move. So we have a kind of situation here that someone sent in, and I'm not sure how to take it. Anyways, let me just read it first for those of you who have not seen it, or for those of you who are listening and have not seen the post on situation here with this young man who says he needs our input. He says that he has been dating this girl for a few months, and she informed him that she has a sugar daddy when she had a sugar daddy when she was young. We all know what a sugar daddy is, right? An older man who takes care of your financial needs, and in return you do whatever favors, whatever sexual or otherwise, but they practically take care of your meet all your needs financially. So she had a sugar daddy when she was younger. I'm not sure how much younger it is because it didn't quite put an age to where they are now. And when he asked more about it, she confirmed that he would buy her things, and in return she would sometimes have sex or sexual favors with him. So homeboy is saying that the problem he has now, the problem I'm having is in my mind that that's essentially the same thing as prostitution. That's what he says. However, he went on to say that he likes her, but he doesn't like the idea of dating someone like that. And he says he just need our opinion on it, and would it be wrong to end it with her, or should he overlook that? Like, okay, pretend she didn't say anything. Listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. People like what they like. I'm not here to judge anybody, crucify anybody. If you feel a way about it, then let the lady be. What is trash for you can be treasure for somebody else. But in the same vein, when we realize as women that the playing field is not level, things men can do in their past and they can get away with it, society judges us differently. So with that in mind, not everyone is mature enough to handle certain information. So you have to be very circumspect with what you share, because it could turn around and bite you, and it could come back and haunt you. Not everybody knows how to deal with certain information. We always say, everybody has a past. Men have, women have, whatever have, whoever have. But you find women being judged more. We already know when it comes to that, society is more lenient with men than compared to women. So in his mind, what she confessed to him, and I'm not sure about the reason behind her telling him that, why she felt the need to tell him that, or she maybe felt they were in a good place or whatever, so she can be open and, tell him everything without him feeling a type of way. So they were good before that pronouncement that she had a sugar daddy. I don't get the comparison to prostitution, because she didn't say several men or she slept with several men in exchange. She said a. She didn't say a number of or several or more than one. What she said was a sugar daddy. And like I said, I'm not here to judge anybody. People have their reasons why they do whatever they do. At the end of the day, there's only one person you can respond to when you have to give account for your sins. I can't give account for your sins. You can't give account for my sins. We all have to give account for our own sin, right? So what I wouldn't do, you wouldn't do, doesn't mean another person would do it. So I'm gonna look down on a person. I don't know what her circumstances were. I don't know what her situation were, where she was at that point in her life that she felt the need to do that. That is on her. It's not my space to tell her this, that, or the other, because I have my own sins to answer for. But people always tell you to speak up, tell the truth, oh, but a lot of you cannot deal with the truth. And that's just it. A lot of people can't deal with the truth. Don't, right, Marvin? When are people, and this is coming from a man, Marvin says, when are people going to learn, don't bring up your past in your relationship? Not everybody can deal with it. Not everybody can deal with your truth, your past, whatever the case might be. They would try and tell, no, I love you, me and you good. Anything you have to say is okay. Leo, which part you just missed when I said we all, so I guess it's much Leo, when the day calls and the roll is called up yonder and you stand before God, you have no sins to account for, right? You're spotless, you're lily white as snow. You've never made mistakes, you've never done anything untoward. You've always lived your life on the straight and narrow. You have not hurt anybody, you have not lied to anybody, you have had one, there's no fornication before marriage, you do not engage in several partners, you're a one woman man, you live by the book, right, Leo? So you're straight. So you stand before God and you and him good. Y'all cool. You ain't even asking you any questions. As soon as you see your name on the list, when you reach by the pearly gate, oh, that Leo man, yeah, inside. So you're saying you're lily white. It's not about doing the right thing. We all know and we all try and aspire to do the right thing, but it don't work that way. If we all did the right things at the right time all the time, then we wouldn't have a thing called sin. We wouldn't, right? Morning, Gabs.
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
I've got a question. What is wrong with having a sugar daddy?
Leo and them say it's not right.
What I want to know is what is wrong about it? What not right about that?
Leo say do
What
the right
is
thing.
wrong with having a sugar daddy? Did she take a gun and rob the man of his money and his things? No. If you have a sugar daddy, you are younger, the person is older. Or you have a mutual understanding of what you are getting out of the interaction with each other. All you have children outside of wedlock. All you smoking, all you drinking, all you doing it behind, all you doing it in front, all you doing it all about. The only place all you going is in nose and ears. Yet. But all you know that a sugar daddy is wrong. Let me tell you something, ladies.
Well, we convenient with wrong and right too much out here, yes?
Be very convenient with what is right and what is wrong. Ladies, don't tell this man and them nothing about all yourself. All you talk too much. But for those girls and them, all you cannot help it, and all you must
They love and the feeling
yes,
nice
all you
and
in
sweet
love.
feelings and what have you. So let me
Yes.
tell him it's whole case.
But all you like to like man, what do like woman? Because to me, that man song as a gay man. Because how could you like women? All women. Tell me a lie, because all you know, all you like to lie. All of all you take a little change from a man, a little something. The man buy a little ticket for you to go in a little party. The man see you in the party. You and your friend and them pimp him out for 2 drinks. That is a rite of passage for women growing up, especially young teenage girls. You go in a party, a man like you tell him, me and my 3 friend what Okay.
Can't buy one drink.
That is a rite of passage for us as women. So stop lying and making it seem like, oh, you never ask man for nothing and all you don't want to. Let me tell you something. Many years, I'm a party promoter. Woman leaving their husband home and man buying drink for them in party. What is the difference? Woman coming by bar, big married woman, to beg other man to buy them drink. What does that say? But all of a sudden, if you admit that you're with somebody for financial reasons, you're problematic. Nah, all you need to go and stand up in the mirror and take a look at all yourself because all you have selective morals, selective values, and selective outrage. And that man is a batty man to me. He don't like woman. He like man. He just looking for a way out and he looking for a problem with the lady, so you don't have to stay there much longer. Because everybody have things that they do. All you like too much a man, I like man. Bye.
I swear, I need to leave Gabby for last. Like, just call and close the show so I could just say thank you very much after and just cut off. Because I swear every time she calls, it takes me a minute to get to compose myself. Somebody else says, Kelly, good morning, sweetie. You good? Yeah, me shut up my Sandra crew. They're always listening on Port Highway. Some of all these sugar daddy, I don't even know, poor thing. No, for real, they know, but they just pretend they're not. It makes them feel good otherwise. So they pretend they're not. A lot of men do it. Like, so it's a transactional thing. There's a lot of men who do it. And they're aware they're doing it. And they're aware it's being done to them. But I guess for the sake of how it looks, you're going to pretend that, hey, we're not doing it, right? And then judge somebody else for doing. It's like sin, judging sin for sinning differently. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But at the end of the day, bro, listen. This is a straightforward case, right? Like I said, the same way we say women should have standards, men should also have standards. And if for whatever reason that is not up to your standard, you have the right to say, hey, miss, it was nice knowing you. Have a good life. I hope you find somebody. What does the song say? I hope you find someone who can love you like I did, whatever the case might be. There's a, what do you say? All bread heavy cheese, or all mold bread heavy cheese, whatever the saying goes. So there's somebody for everybody. What you can't deal with, there's somebody else who can look past it and say, you know what? I can be with this person. I can be happy with this person. This person makes me feel good. I'm happy building a relationship with this person. You, on the other hand, if that was too much information for you, you have a right to say, you know what, miss, that's not for me. I wish you well. You find somebody else who's more up your alley. Simple. That's all there is to it. This is like a no-brainer if you ask me. So I could imagine Gabby on a Runa live show. The audience will be on the floor. No, one of these days I have to bring her. I need to have a women's summit or something. Bring in some women who I know are outspoken. But by the time I finish here, them man and man might be downstairs with a piece of 2x4 waiting for me. Yo, who's in? Let's do a women day, and if I can get, but them man and them bashful. If I can get some men to come on as well and do. They talk behind and type, but when in real life, it's a different story. Guys, probably John Strokes. Terrence would do that, right? I could probably get John Strokes and somebody else. Who other man all you know that outspoken and would talk the things as it's meant to be? Who? I not asked twice about Gabby. Who else would like be open and honest with the conversation? If you all know anybody, let me know. Someone says money should not match a woman's value. Women are precious. A woman should find a good husband and a man should find a good wife. Sugar daddy or pimps, and women shouldn't allow themselves to be treated as tangible commodities. Which is true, but like I said, you know, maybe life happens. A lot of people don't think there's other way out. Why you think there are women who are strippers and in clubs swinging from poles and what have you? Listen, to each his own. People do what they want to do with their life. I'm not here. I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner of anybody's life except my own. Right? We try as much to live right. We err. We mess up. And such is life. She did admit that she did it when she was younger. I'm not sure what was the reason, what was going on. And the gentleman would buy her things, and in return, she would sometimes have perform sexual favors with him, or whatever the case might be. So you now turn that around to mean, like you said, prostitution. So if you're looking at her and that's what you feel and see, then there's literally nothing more to say. If you seen somebody that you're dating, and when you look at them and you see them as engaging in prostitution, then you might as well call it a day from now. Don't waste your time. Don't prolong it. Don't put yourself through more unnecessary grief and distress when you can call it a day from now and find somebody else to love you the way you want them to. Because this now is like a sore in the relationship. It will be a bone of contention. There's no way it will go back to normal knowing what you know. Like I said, maybe the lady in good faith thinking, hey, I'm being open, I'm being honest, I love this man, and you probably pressured her and, told her that, hey, whatever it is, you can deal with it. No, you can't. Men aren't, as much as men are supposed to be the stronger sex, mentally, men are weak when it comes to, women can deal with that because women deal with you having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children outside, coming in she place, and she has to accept them as her own. Even while you're married, you step out, get somebody else pregnant, and the wife still stays. I always ask, how many men would stay in a relationship if their wife stepped out on them and got pregnant for another man? How many men will actually take that child and take care of it as his own, knowingly? I ain't talking about no jacket and no cut to fit. I'm talking about there's no doubt in your mind that this child belongs to somebody else, and you're aware that your wife stepped out, had some infidelities or whatever going on, but you stick around. They don't. So we are not created equal. A woman could quicker deal with something like that than a man can, because here he's now linking her to prostitution. So now he knows what he knows. I don't know why she told him. Don't know what she thought was going to come out of it. He probably, sis, do you really think homeboy was going to come out and say, well, well done, I'm proud of you, that's a good thing you did? He's not. If you honestly, that means you're very, very naive or inexperienced to think you would say something like that to a man and he would be like, there are some who would be mature enough to say, okay, well, that was your past, whatever, I'm more focused on what we're doing now. What is the deal now? Are you still engaged in that behavior, or you still dealing with, let me know about now. Rosalind says she had no right telling him her business. It's not different from a man who has several women. Give them things and are intimate with them. She and her sugar daddy had an understanding. Alright says, don't get married, there are no benefits to marriage. Guys, you decide to marry, get a what? A prenup. Okay. Smiley ain't saying nothing. Smiley just a mouth on Facebook. Jackie says she looking for a sugar daddy now. Them young boys only want to hunt and leave you hungry. That's like a meme I saw a couple of weeks ago. They said the difference between a sugar daddy and a boyfriend. Like the girl said, tell she sugar daddy she phone and walk in. She phone and walk in. And the sugar daddy's answer was, okay, what phone you want? And she has to tell the boyfriend the same thing. She phone and walk in. And the boyfriend turned on with the same, sorry to hear that. Man, like a sorry to hear that. The meme says the sugar daddy asked when homegirl said, oh, babes, my phone is no longer working. Sugar daddy sent back a message one time. Okay, what phone do you wish for? And then she told him whatever phone she wished for. But then she asked the boyfriend that she live in a full blown relationship with, that the phone and working, the boyfriend. Sorry to hear that. Anyways, guys, at the end of the day, I was a woman too. People cannot deal with things, even though they might pressure you into admitting, even though they might pressure you and make you feel like, hey, if you don't tell them, then the relationship end, the relationship done. If you don't tell me, whatever the case might be, so be it. It is what it is. If the person continues to demand that you tell them certain things, and those are things you don't wish to share, you feel that it's private or it's something you want to deal with or the world shouldn't know about it, that's also your right. So if you're here and that's how you feel about the situation, then you have all right to walk out, right? You have all right to leave. You can't be upset. You can't be, that's not what you want. That's not what you're about. Like I said, if women ought to have standards, men ought to have it as well. And if it doesn't quite meet your standard or your criteria, then by all means, we only need Jason. Come and play lawyer inside here and come and use their phone henceforth and all kind of big words. It's so the boyfriend go say, well, give me your charger. After the phone don't work. No, but it's something that happens a lot of the time. And I'm sure those of you listening on radio or those of you on the live, you probably have had some experience dealing with telling your partner everything, being open, at least thinking that, hey, it's going to make the relationship stronger if you delve deep into your entire life, your entire history, who you was with, who you wasn't with, who you whatever with, and you feel like, you know what, in order for me to proceed, I need to be squeaky clean for this person and tell them each and everything about my life. Listen, I've never heard of that ending well in a lot of cases. You say money should not match a woman's value. Women are precious, so a woman should find a good husband and a man should find a good wife. Okay, oh, I read that already. So, at the end of the day, the choice is yours. You're eating the goat. That goat already ate Jacqueline. Sorry to hear that. Jacqueline, when you come in Grenada, you need to bring something for me. Sports coming up, so you need to let me know. Raymond say you're coming soon. You need to let me know. I need something like, yes, last week. I had to do without it. If your partner is understanding, Melvin says, then yes, tell them. If not, keep your mouth shut. Yeah, you got to know the person you're dealing with. But like I said, sometimes you can get tricked. You can get tricked because the person can convince you that they won't feel any way because, oh, I love you so much. I love you. There's nothing about your past that can shake me, break me, or make me look at you differently. We got this. I've got you. I'm not the other man and them that, no, I'm not like that. I'm not like the man and them that, use thing against you now. It's a different kettle of fish. Don't put me in them kind of bracket. And they get upset, eh? They get upset. Don't put me in them kind of bracket with them man and them used to deal. The little boy used to deal with. Don't put me in them kind of bracket. He's a big man, and I in them little children thing. I'm not in them little children jump up. You're dealing with a big man now. I don't know what you used to deal with. I don't know who Maniku you was with, but I'm a real man. Yeah, the whole 9 years. And now you're smiling and sit down there feeling giddy and, oh, he loved it after all that reassurance. And then, boop. The same, I'm not in the same bracket, man. End up in the same bracket because now he look at you differently and you have issues. Anik morning, not that kind of information. Understand? My life is an open book. I'm showing you all my X1, so make sure your chest strong. So it's not something that works for everybody. So rather to be safe than sorry, keep your mouth closed. It's better to be safe than sorry. Keep your mouth closed. Especially when you know it's something of that magnitude. A lot of men, their egos were not created to deal with things like that. But if the roles are reversed, they want us to deal with it. But they can't. Men aren't wired that way. So, you decide what you want to do. You decide who you want to do. And take it from there. Yeah? They say loose lips sink ships. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. Loose lips sink ships. Basically meaning when you talk too much, you can put yourself in problems. Know when and how much to divulge, no matter how deeply in love you are. No matter how deeply in love you are. Women talk too much, says Terrence says, women talk too much, never believe what a man tells you when it comes to your past relationship. Akim Lois, good morning. You gotta be alone. Anyways, guys, as always, a pleasure taking care of you inside this segment. Thank you so much to our friends at Nirvana Spa and Detox, Beacon Insurance, and Western Union for making our show possible. All right. Tomorrow we'll be here, same time, same place, God's will. So I trust. So I trust you guys will join us again. Jacqueline, have a wonderful day, my daughter. Okay? I thank you. Bye.